Hey everybody, welcome back to where we take deep dives, line by line, into the Old Testament. We are at Genesis, where it was chapter 18, verses 1 through 3. Jehovah appears to Abraham, and he's right outside of Abraham's tent. This is very odd to me. For this reason, because he's literally there and he has three men with him. And there's no mention of who these three men are and why are they important. What are they doing there? They mention it in the Bible that they have three men. So why not the description of who and what they are? And why are they traveling around with Jehovah? What's their significance? They're referred to as men, not angels, not something else. I don't know. So that's interesting. And of course, I'm reading from my notes in the big Bible journal here. And thank y'all for joining me. I really appreciate it. And we just really question the Bible in a big way if y'all are new to this channel. Not for any nefarious purpose, not to alter your mind and your own belief systems, whether you believe this is literal, where you believe it is parables to guide us in our life, or whether you just totally discard it. I personally believe it's good for us to understand all major religious texts, that we may walk away with a better understanding of our fellow man, that we may bridge gaps between us and have some understanding to what it really means so we can find our own spiritual path. With that said, who were these guys hanging out with Jehovah? And the second question, because we typically ask, again, if you're new, 3, 4, 5 questions, real brief. And there was just a teaser for Jehovah or the Bible not to say who and what they are. And Jehovah asked, where is Sarah, who is Abraham's wife? It seems like an odd question for Jehovah just to say, because shouldn't he already know where Sarah is? Like, does he expect him to catch somebody in a lie? It's just a strange question. Like, why? Why do the scribes have to write like this? It seems rather odd. And no, it didn't. All right, so we're going to go on to the last question about this little part, because Jehovah tells Sarah that she's going to have a son. And Sarah's already an old lady. She's about 99, I believe that's what it is. And in chapter 18 of Genesis, verse 13, she kind of mocks and makes a smartass of herself towards Jehovah, which is strange. It's not the first time, but it's really odd that you would have, or how could you have such a ballsy sort of attitude to the Alpha and Omega. And maybe, because he's made himself in the flesh and he's hanging out with a couple of guys, Jehovah's coming over again for dinner. You don't think much about it? I don't know. It seems rather odd. I don't get that. But she does say in chapter 18, verses 13 of Genesis, that after I am old now, I have some pleasure. She's joking. I mean, you suppose she's joking. That, okay, I'm 99, so now you're going to give me some, pleasure, and then I'm going to have a kid. And she laughs in her heart. And Jehovah calls her out. Jehovah acts confused, which seems too rather odd. Like, why would she be laughing? Do you not trust me? Because this is what Jehovah goes on to say in like verses 14. Why would you laugh in your heart? Very odd. So it's okay, to be a smart ass to Jehovah. And that's where my confusion and question comes in, because God still keeps rewarding both of them in a big way. And they've done some really not very nice things to other people and to themselves in marriage. So this is really strange. And it keeps on going on. And to me, it gets a little more odd with a lot more profound questions. So if you find this interesting and fascinating on your own spiritual journey of understanding, then I am glad you're here and I appreciate it. And if you have your own questions in this section, please leave them. And if you do enjoy a wide variety of topics that help you better understand yourself so you can navigate this life in a better way, because we're all struggling with something, and to know ourselves better is very important so we can have stronger, better relationships, so we can ultimately communicate and meditate to the divine, to your personal higher power, which is all, we're all individually, so we connect and pray and meditate in a different way. We connect to the universal energies in our own way. And if you find that interesting and resonates with you, then we talk about a bunch of these other type topics in the Mystics of Texas, and you can find out more at mysticsoftexas.com.